We live.
Yo. We're back. We weren't here last week, were we?
No.
We all
took the week off.
We did. Everybody needs a vacation.
We had some PTO time that we had to use.
Even the watchers.
Had to take PTO days.
They say our PTO doesn't have a rollover, so use it or lose it. So we're here.
Yeah, I still got to use my PTO.
Welcome to the Watchers Podcast, WATCH, hard ERZ.
Episode 49.
Yeah, it is episode 49. We're almost at the big 5-0. But episodio 49. That's today. That's what we doing.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Look, you see, he was double checking my Spanish, my Espanol.
Tavon. Tri-State _ tip on Instagram.
Smitty Green Giant on Instagram, formerly known as the Damaging. And
to the far right.
All y'all went already?
Yeah, we went.
Corey J on Instagram.
And I'm Tiger Helly 19 on the snaps and the IGZ. Government Jason Williams on the Facebook. Follow the stripes. So,
how was everybody's week?
Yeah. I worked. It was cool. Got paid.
Yeah.
Burned up some money.
Yeah.
Let's see. Dad duties. My son won his basketball game today. He's 2-0.
Oh shit.
Okay.
He got a better record than my football team.
Yeah. He 2-0. Worked. Got paid. Got broke.
Right.
That's it.
Money burn fast.
I know, man. So, other than that, how was your week, Corey?
He said I was there.
Yeah. Another week, man. That's all that matters. We made it through another week, and we got some stuff to talk about. We were in here for 2 weeks, actually. So, me and Corey, we count our weeks till video game releases. So, we ain't really doing a week by week thing. Virgo season over, so we don't really care now. Yeah, we just waiting for the video games we care about to come out.
I got some big ones going to come out too.
Speaking of Virgo, shout outs to my homie Joe Keezy. Joe Love Pink. Happy birthday, girl. She had a birthday the other day.
She might be a Libra. Huh?
Libra, Libra. Yeah, they called out them Libras.
I was toward the I'm toward the tail end of the Virgo. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I went to her function yesterday. Had a good time. So shout out to Joe. Love you, girl.
Oh yeah. Back. Oh, what's his name's out? He's good home. He's home now too. Bub.
Oh yeah. Shout outs to Bubba of the Plum Pit. He is home, recuperating from his the accident.
He doesn't
about
look
a month
like,
ago.
Yeah, he doesn't look like Peyton Westlake from Darkman no more.
Yeah, he's home, recovering, getting back to his reptiles, his family, and all that good shit. So glad to see you. Glad to see you doing well.
Something else.
Yes, sir.
Shout outs to the Plum Pit. If you see him, go eat.
Yes,
and the tattoo pig.
And come back. So yeah. What we got for this week or the last 2 weeks? I know a couple things happened we've been talking about that we didn't really get to address yet. Where y'all want to start at?
You want to go straight into the NBA?
Oh,
All right, yeah. We'll do sports. That's cool with me.
Let's dig it. Well, apparently there was a massive trade that happened this weekend. Apparently, Dame Lillard got traded.
Start with Drew Holiday.
Well, it's going to bleed over.
You need to start with
Well, the biggest name was Dame Lillard went to the Milwaukee Bucks, and DeAndre Ayton went to the Portland Trailblazers, and I guess Drew Holiday was traded to the Boston Celtics.
No. So originally, Drew Holiday went to Portland. So Portland in this 3-team trade received Drew Holiday. They received DeAndre Ayton. They received some picks. And I can't remember the other guy's name. Either way, with Bucks receiving Damian Lillard and Phoenix receiving the center from Portland, Yusuf Nurkic, and they got the guard from Milwaukee, Grayson Allen. So, fast forward till today, or last night, whenever this second trade happened. This morning, Boston does a trade with Portland for Drew Holiday. Now, I was saying that Philadelphia needed to make that trade with Drew Holiday go down. I'm not a Philadelphia fan, but in order for me to see them even competing and James Harden not being a part of that equation, they had to make that Drew Holiday trade happen because Maxi's a small guard. If you don't want to get up off of Maxi, I understand that. But do what you got to do
get him
to get a decent size guard that can defend and give you some offense, which Drew Holiday can do. And it made sense to me. You would have to say it would have to been probably draft picks and James Harden. The
Portland won't want that.
But look, the benefit of trading James Harden to Portland is he's off your books after the year.
Yep.
You would have had the free cap space.
And he can sign wherever the hell he wants.
Never gonna do that.
They rebuilding. So if James Harden accompany draft picks, and then you could possibly get off of James Harden for something else from Clippers because he want to go to the Clippers or whatever the case may be, maybe that was an attractive deal. I mean, they gave up Malcolm Brogdon in draft picks for Drew Holiday.
Robert Williams and him.
That shocked me though, man. That they moved him,
so I would say it probably have to been something else that they could use right now.
Once they got Porzingis.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, I'm just like, wow.
I didn't think he was going to be on the team with Porzingis trade. I thought he was getting traded off with that Porzingis trade, but they kept him somehow. So either way, but I don't see Philadelphia competing right now as is.
None. It's between Boston and Milwaukee, in my opinion, right now in the East.
Yeah, that was like
Boston got the leg up.
Yeah, and it's hard for me to say Boston ain't gonna make it. It's hard for me to say Boston not gonna make it right now. Even with Damian Lillard in Milwaukee, I'm looking at 4 players on Boston right now that
can take a game over.
That could win you a game versus 2.
The East gonna be it's between them two, but the West is gonna be a dogfight though. Man.
See, the West, I feel like it's only 3 teams. I feel like there's gonna be fighting teams, right? And they may surprise you and do good. And get to the second round, conference, whatever, right? Mm-hmm. But Phoenix, how much faith do we have in the Pelicans and Zion playing the whole season? How much faith do we have in? I mean, who else can you say? Dallas? Not really. They're going to be all that 6 seed and below. And it's like, but it's really probably
I think Phoenix made some good moves though.
At what?
What you just said.
At Dallas?
That's everybody going from top heavy teams. Like last year, nobody talked about Denver. Like I said, it's been shown these super team shit don't work.
But we've been saying Denver's been the number 1 team. They've made number 1 seed before. They've been competing. But nobody was picking them. Hell no, until we got to the playoffs.
But the regular season started.
Nobody was. Only Charles Barkley did.
Man, so talking about them other teams. Phoenix to me is not going to be good. Who do they have that's going to guard anybody? They're
gonna have to rely on Josh Okogie to do their defense.
And
he gonna do no offense. He's gonna do no offense and just straight.
By Jamal Murray last year.
Yeah. So he did.
He gonna be Dennis Rodman.
Huh?
He gonna be Dennis Rodman.
I'm not sleeping, but I'm not. I don't have faith in Dallas Mavericks beating the Lakers, Warriors, Nuggets, Suns.
The Warriors are beatable. They're old.
I get it. They are old, but I'm not gonna count them out.
We gonna win this.
They already old. Draymond already gonna miss 6 weeks.
For what?
He sprained his ankle, man. That's how you know you getting old. What my boy said? You over 30, you're expensive backpack.
And they calls him get a right hand afterwards.
So glad I'm only 28. Street age.
Well, we're getting close. We're getting close. I think we're a little less than a month away from tip off for the NBA season.
Yeah, immediate day start. Preseason
Tomorrow.
start on Thursday.
Yeah, I seen.
Media days
The
tomorrow.
media
It's
pictures.
on Monday, if I'm not mistaken.
But
It's always every year. It's gonna be a team that y'all nobody talk about that do something.
again, there's gonna be teams that make noise. But honestly, I only see in the West Lakers, Denver, Nuggets, or Warriors.
On
coming
paper,
out.
the Lakers did upgrade though.
They got younger
Yeah,
That's good for
and
them.
athletic.
That's good for them. So I'm not rooting for them, but they made a good move.
Yeah,
But you gotta beat Denver.
yeah, you definitely do. I'm not discrediting Denver at all. They're the champions. I don't believe, but I will say I do think they lost. I didn't like them losing Bruce Brown, and I didn't like them Bruce Brown and
But let's be real. Who was the man carrying them that whole time? It was Murray.
I get it.
Hey,
They got a good team. They have a good team. I'm not taking away nothing from Denver. All right, I'm keeping them in the running as far as championship contenders go. I'm not saying that they not. I was just saying about the 6th seed and below is the teams where
Okay.
And then to keep it being the biggest question mark, if that team was healthy, they'd have smoked Suns last year. Fucking Clippers. If Clippers can keep Kawhi,
yeah, I'll say
Paul
Clippers in
George.
that, and the Clippers in that 5-1 bracket. That 1 to 5 bracket is Clippers as well.
if they get Brogdon like they keep saying, then that'll help them even more.
Yeah, and things subject to change. You know, we don't know how these teams gonna look going into the playoffs. Who gonna have who? What trades happen? I do think the East right now is literally just 1 and 2. Right? I don't see anything else happening.
It's
in the
Milwaukee and the Bucks, and pray for a miracle after that because the Sixers they're gonna implode this season. I see it now.
But basically, y'all wait until next summer.
I really think this is Joel Embiid's last year with them though. He gonna ask for a trade.
Don't get me started on him.
I ain't getting started on him, but I see this.
Did all that crime?
Y'all can quote me on this on episode 49. Joel Embiid asked for a trade this year.
49.
Yep, he gonna be out. If he doesn't ask for a trade, then we're gonna go to a WNBA championship game.
I'm not fucking with that. I'm not about to play with y'all.
So yeah, that's the NBA right now. Like I said, we're a little less than a month away, so looking forward to it.
Well, the Aces are playing Liberty.
Yes, they are for the finals. Check it out if you're free.
It should be a good one.
It should be a good series for sure. What's else on the docket?
All right. Next up.
I kind of want to go into the Pac news.
Oh, the Tupac one?
Yeah. After damn near 30 years.
This is like one of them things where the streets saw this years ago. It's just like mainstream America's getting caught up on it.
Like
KPD couldn't keep his
knowledge.
Yeah, KPD couldn't keep his mouth shut.
Like, how do you talk yourself into a murder charge after like 25 years?
So didn't he write a book?
25 years.
Yeah, he wrote a book and then he went on DJ. Was it Vlad? Went on DJ Vlad show.
Was it Vlad TV?
Yeah, Vlad TV, and basically said the same thing. And they basically were like,
I don't know why people go on Vlad
I don't know.
telling
Don't
themselves.
do that, man.
They get
No.
on there and start telling on themselves.
That man has locked up more people than.
So after about 30 years,
I'm gonna get on Vlad and be like, man, you know
is that
what?
what we?
I never returned that library book.
Almost 30 years?
Yeah.
When did Tupac, 95, 96?
No, it was 96.
96.
So almost 30 years?
96, because Big was 97. Not going to even say what grade I was in when that happened.
But,
I was in kindergarten.
And the guy's name is Keefe D?
Keefe D. He was
That's Orlando.
Anderson's uncle, wasn't it?
Yeah, Orlando Anderson's uncle. Orlando Anderson, wasn't that the one Pac got in a fight with at the MGM?
Yeah, in the lobby.
Over the, what was it,
Way
over the
more
chain?
about this than me.
Yeah, we're showing my age now.
Whoa, hey, I watched the documentary.
I was thinking about Anthony Anderson. When you said it. I'm like, how he related to him?
Well, I can't hide the age. So I'm showing it now, but apparently, I guess it was a fight, I guess it was a gang fight retaliation between Suge and them. And I guess recording
somebody take somebody's chain.
Yeah.
And then when Pac stomped them out, it was a Tyson fight, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was right in the Tyson fight. And then I guess he said that they saw his car and they ran up and did what they did on him, and it was supposed to be that. But what's crazy is like it was 4 people in the car that did it, and 3 of them are deceased right now. So he was the last man standing he was the guy that ordered the hit pretty much. But he would have got I'm sorry.
There is a thing I feel like people do, and I don't know this guy from anything, and I'm assuming he's older in life right now.
Oh, he's 60 years old, so
yeah, he may be nearing the end, and
guilty.
There's some things I just think of people personally, and for instance, the chick that did that lied on Emmett Till.
Yeah,
when she was about to go, she went out and was like, "Oh, everything." It don't fix nothing.
No,
it don't fix nothing.
I mean, damage is done. So
yeah, and whatever his reason is for explaining or telling his side of the story or admitting to what, and from what I heard, he didn't even admit to being a shooter. He said somebody from the car shot. He don't know. He just ducked his head down.
Apparently, basically, the way how they saying that, they think the guy Orlando Anderson was the shooter.
Was always so that was Orlando Anderson.
But they just said that Keefe D allegedly ordered the hit and got the guns for everything. But since he's the only one alive, that's where they're going to put the
and at this point, what, like,
for
what benefit do we get? Or I don't even say we, because who am I to Tupac? What benefit does the mother get? What benefit does
she gone? His mom passed.
Yeah, I'm saying, what did she get? What his family, and I'm glad some truth came out. I don't think we'll know. It probably was all of them shooting for all we know. I don't know the particulars about how many different shell casings and how many different caliber, whatever the case is. But personally, I just feel like he's coming toward the end of his life, and he's trying to have some
closure.
Not even closure, some forgiveness given to him, and that's his personal religious view, whatever. I don't know the guy, like I said,
penance.
But yeah, it's something that's just don't sit well with me about certain things, especially when people wait long like that, right? Yeah. That Emmett Till woman thing or
that
whatever
still pisses me off to this day.
They still wouldn't charge her. I'd charge her old ass.
Some things you just can't fix,
and
you can't redeem yourself from. At least to me, I'm whatever you believe in is your belief, but god damn it.
He scored again. Wow.
So
that, I mean, it's
I'm about to mute his mic.
I don't know nothing about this.
He was on my Emmett Till. He's like, hey, he scored again.
I'm talking about Emmett Till.
Oh shit.
Yeah, so that's my 2 cents on it, and if y'all got something, y'all go ahead.
You know who not confessing to anything?
Puff Daddy.
OJ was like, he stay out of LA. He don't want to run into the killer.
That's funny. It's not funny, but he is literally like the episode.
I stay out of LA, so I might run into the killer.
He's sitting right there.
I actually believe him. I actually do believe him.
No, man, Juice did that. Man, he did it.
My blackness will not allow me to say so.
But allegedly, man.
Wild time.
Who knows?
Yeah, y'all ain't got anything else on that?
Big's murder still unsolved.
Yeah, we probably won't find it. We probably won't know.
Puff B. Oh, speaking of
Puff, I don't
Speaking of Puff,
it was a little sketchy.
Yeah, a lot of things.
Don't praise him for that publishing shit.
Oh no, I'm about to talk about it. Yeah, no. I'm not.
You heard what he did with him.
That's what I'm trying to ride the bike too. So the whole thing with Puff giving back to publishing, and then it turns out that it's not as clean cut and easy. and giving, as it seems on the surface. Because it was the one girl from Danity Kane that talked about it.
Broke it down how it went down.
And pretty much, they're not going to even really get no money from their catalog, and he pretty much raped the catalog for everything it was worth. And you giving it to him, you giving it to everybody after the fact.
Yeah, they're getting pennies on a dime for it right now. So.
Like their catalogs is like an old hooker now.
All
used up.
Pennies of the
Ain't
dime.
no good.
Let's start a movement where we just start blasting streams of people that ain't got no burn and yeah, like who listening to Danny Kane right now? So let's just start a movement online where everybody pick a day. We're gonna all listen to Danny Kane, get them 100
get them so
million streams.
They had some joints that I mess with,
or at least the making the band crew. Let them get something.
The band
man.
too. Yeah, we like we got stream. Get them streams.
They
up.
definitely need
So
all
some
the streams after they didn't have to walk the juniors for some cheese.
I saw a dial on at Target the other day.
And then,
he was working.
I mean, he top
Who's
five.
the 5 greatest
All
Target
5.
workers? Dylan.
And then another big thing for me was the fact that now you got 3 bigger artists that they're not even here no more to receive. I don't know how it goes through their estates or whatnot. He had Black Rob, Big, of course.
Now, Big Mom had his rights, though. He had to get those up.
Yeah, he had to get them up.
And
she
then,
got those back.
Well, Black Rob and Craig Mack. Now you giving out they had hits. They had some things going because Craig Mack kicked off that whole Bad Boy shit.
Yeah, ain't Black Rob turning himself in?
No, it was
He passed
G-Dep.
away.
It was G-Dep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Black Rob going.
They said
R.I.P.
G-Dep would have got away with it too, because they said
he did the whole. He did on himself.
Yeah, it did that life.
It was a cold case. It was done.
And you get older, and you just like, damn.
They put that in the cold case file. It was a rap, and he. I guess it was on his.
They said the cops didn't rap at first. They didn't believe him. They said he was like, "This is what happened," and they end up charging him for it.
But shout out to him. I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
But you know,
I couldn't get into G-Dep.
I couldn't either.
I mean, yeah, special delivery.
But see, that's different though. That's different because I feel like there was no. He got away with it, right?
Yeah.
I think everybody had an idea what happened with Tupac for years, and it was up to the police department to put the dots together.
G-Dep was out of nowhere.
Yeah,
He said nobody knows this but me.
he got away with it, but his conscience ate at him.
Yep.
I feel like this was different in the case of
Keith
Oh
did.
Boy.
Yeah.
Whatever the case may be, maybe he felt like, oh, I'm gonna be clear because all the other 3
I
gone.
think he just talked too
I can
much.
put it on the other 3,
Yeah.
and I'll be all right.
I think he was just talking too much.
But on the Vlad thing, he really was like,
Yeah, but
telling
to
it.
me, he's still guilty by association. You knew who did it. Even if you didn't do it, you knew who did it.
Yeah, he was there when it happened. So, but like I said, I mean, hopefully all his family and will get closure out of all of this nonsense and go from there. But it's crazy, man.
But
By the way, I heard that Diddy album was alright. I ain't listened to it, but I heard it's alright.
I didn't.
I
I always feel like his albums is a compilation album because what is he really doing? But
is it out now?
DJ Khaled.
yeah, it came out like
2 weeks ago.
yeah.
DJ Khaled gonna have 2 songs with Drake.
We the best. We the best.
That's another annoying person.
Yeah, he brought Khaled out.
Ooh, wait, man, shut up.
What city was it? Houston? Was that Houston? Somewhere.
No, that was the last stop of the tour in Miami.
Man, okay. Oh yeah,
It's
that
done
makes sense.
now.
That makes sense.
We the best.
No
I
tour.
just like saying that.
Congratulations,
Another one.
doing your thing,
Another one.
getting that album soon. Get an album what end of this week?
Yeah, the 6.
It is.
Yo, this
It was
week,
all for all the dogs, right?
all the dogs.
This week, right?
We gonna see. Yo.
This Friday.
We gonna see.
Jason gonna be different this Friday.
Bitch.
Jason gonna have a whole.
Like,
Come
yo,
out with the
talking
shades.
Crazy. I'm like, yo, she's talking crazy. You know what Drake just told me?
Don't put the heart. Don't have the heart in your head though.
Shoot,
Man.
man. Shit, I got too much hair to put the part in.
Man, stop, man.
I can't.
Keep telling y'all,
Too much
man.
hair.
Yeah, y'all keep. I'm very
But
smack
yeah, I
on you.
always look forward to a Drake release. You know.
How many songs? That should be
I don't
good.
know. I don't even know if the playlist is out yet or not. But he'll give it to us this week.
We'll do it early. We'll do an early review next Sunday. Brian should be back.
Oh, no, this will be fun. Yeah, shout out to him too. He's working on some pretty big things right now. So, good luck, man.
We got a movie coming soon, right?
Who?
You got a movie coming soon?
I got a movie?
We got a movie. Yeah,
we got a movie.
We got a movie we're working on soon. And get with Brian and see when that's going to start filming.
I know he's...
Yeah. Hopefully we can get... It's probably going to... I don't want to make no promises. Yeah, but soon. We
have another project in the works.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... y'all want to go to movie shit, or we can?
Yeah,
I want to talk about.
Yeah,
the big news. The writer strike is over.
Thank heaven.
Or is it concrete, or is it still tentative?
The writers, they voted on Tuesday.
Okay,
the writers is over with now.
So it's looking like.
Apparently, I guess some.
They're already back working.
Some people are back. Yeah, they're back to work now.
Because I heard Jimmy Kimmel and all them back to work.
Anybody that's late night with a talk show, or
they all starting back
this week. They can do whatever they want now. They got actors supposedly going to cross the line, but they got to figure that part out next. The actors, but I think
they temporarily stopped protesting.
Yeah, but they can't. They're still not allowed to film. They can't film anything, but they can go on shows or do whatever. But it's crazy because as soon as the strike ended, it's just a lot of writing news. It's just been like starting to come out lately.
Starting all the movies
what's getting worked on.
I really hope that some of these movies that's been postponed are retroactively moved up again. Not back to where they were supposed to release, but
they're going to delay. Everything's going to get delayed about a year, 2 years.
I'm gonna say a year. I feel like 6 months.
Some of that stuff you gonna have to push up. You're gonna have to push. They gonna have to,
especially like Deadpool. As soon as they
were already filming.
They basically was this close to done. They were done.
So who I'm really talking to is Enter the Spider-Verse. That's who I'm really talking to. I need them speed that shit up. It's just voices. Y'all got the animation.
I still think it's gonna be next year. I think it's just gonna be late next year as opposed to.
If I got to get in the booth and lay some vocals down.
I just watched that again.
Damn, I ain't watching it again.
I just watched it again, and it's making me even madder. That's
why I want to watch it again.
Well, we had like 5 years since between the first and the second one,
and I didn't want to wait that long.
That was a long ass wait.
Mm-hmm. But it's just the way how this one ended, man. I'm ready for the next one.
And when I watched that one, I didn't know there was going to be a sequel. So they hurry up and greenlit it. So now I know. When I didn't know, now I know.
Yeah, and the way it ended, it got you waiting. Got you wanting to
go ahead and run that movie for me.
Yeah.
Get on voices there.
He's still in my top 3 of movies so far this year. So
I was thinking about my top. Was going to be my top 5 this year.
We only got 2 months left, so
yeah, mine is going. To be
I know Marvel's going to be up there for you, Jason.
Well, it is a Marvel movie in my top.
No, Marvel's.
Stop showing up.
But with that said,
I'm not about to have no fucking woman haters.
With that said, I need y'all to check out Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I need y'all to check it out. I watched the scene from earlier today. This shit is still funny to me.
I think I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it sometime this week. I think I got a couple Barbie views because they about
let it go, man. You know how many movies you could have watched instead of Barbie?
They gonna get watched after I'm done watching Barbie.
I
did take a break from Barbie and went and seen what are we gonna see?
Gran Turismo.
Gran Turismo.
Yeah, that was good.
It was really good. I enjoyed it.
I told y'all.
I enjoyed it.
I was not expecting that to be
I really liked it.
As good as it was. Though.
That's what, I ain't watched that many movies, so that's in my top 5.
Yeah. Me and Cap. Me and Cap peeped it on a weeknight and slid in there.
Yeah, it was good for car nuts though, man.
Yeah.
If you're a car nut, it was it was definitely
we definitely car nuts, man.
And it was better than what I thought it was going to be.
And what made it even better for me is the fact that I like movies that are based on true stories. And then I'm showing like the real drive and all that stuff, and then the actual guy was involved.
In that part, I was like, I did not know that, man.
That was cool. I never even remember that happening. I never remember that contest.
I was like, oh,
maybe I could have won.
I thought it was like a hoax, and then they said, man, I start really reading up on it. And I was like, no, this really happened. I was like, oh wow, it's an incredible story, though, man.
Yeah, it's cool. It was dope. The movie was good. I even liked the outside of the racing, especially the interactions with him and his dad.
Yeah,
and I like the dad. What's his name? What's his real name?
Digimon.
Digimonster.
Is he still?
No. No.
He's not.
No.
Because you remember who he was.
Tomorrowland.
Yeah. Okay. I didn't know if they were still together or not. But yeah, I like him as a actor a lot. Like when I see him in the movie.
Russell Simmons don't.
Russell Simmons don't like anybody right now, including his own kids.
Russell Simmons better worry about that trafficking, but that's a whole nother story. But yeah, I like him.
The views and expressions.
It wasn't me. Epstein Island. Anyway, I like him as an actor. I think when I first really started paying attention to him was Constantine, which is one of my favorite comic movies, and Papa Midnight, and yeah, he was in there.
He's one of them guys that I wish would have gotten bigger roles.
Yeah.
Though, man.
Blood Diamond, he was the shit.
Yeah, that was his breakout. I felt like that was his breakout role.
But I mean,
Blood
it's just like post that. I mean, he's always been like.
But it's hard for. It's already hard for black actors to find like a major role
or something,
right? Like to be a it man. It's not that many black actor it mans in a non-majority black movie, I should say, right? So I don't know if it's him being foreigner or
they just
whatever the case may be, but I'm sure in the grand scheme of life where he came from to where he is now, he's doing good. He's good.
I just wish he could. I just see him in some bigger things.
I mean, he's gonna be in what's his name? He's gonna be in Zack Snyder's movie.
Oh, Rebel Moon.
Yeah, he's in Rebel Moon.
Yeah. And he gets casted. He's
getting work. Don't get me wrong. I just seen him in something bigger.
I mean, but
because I feel like he's still over in RIP, but Lance Reddick, I still think he was the go-to before somebody would pick Lance Reddick.
Yeah.
And he's bald, so that's another.
And then side note, we don't know what he was choosing and wanted to do. So but yeah, I like him as an actor a lot. But the interactions with him and the son were like really emotional, and it was like it had a story behind the racing, which was dope, you know. And I feel like the story was relatable for a lot of people. Like I think we all been there with your parents, and you want to do what you want to do. Your parents might have a different idea what you should do, but you know, so it was a real good movie. Great racing sequences, and what's the name in there too? What's the other guy's name?
Vin Diesel.
And this was, by the way, this was a way better car movie than Fast X, but my man from Stranger Things. I like him.
Yeah.
What's his name?
I can't think of his name right now.
I didn't know that the guy.
But the sheriff.
You know who I always confuse? Well, not confuse him with, but when I think of him, I think of my man from Night Court, Bull.
Oh, Richard Mall.
You ever seen Bull with hair, like when he had hair and the beard and all that?
Yeah, I know you're talking about. Yeah,
like
they do. They have this right here, almost the same.
Yeah, so I think of him as like a younger Bull. Yeah, but he was good in the movie too as the coach and like it was just.
Hopefully that's coming back soon. You gotta catch up on that Stranger Things.
Yeah, man. I think they're getting back popped up
because some kids about to be tall as shit, so they gotta do.
Apparently, this is the last.
They gotta film quick because some kids gonna be big as hell in a second.
Yeah. No, they probably are now. One girl, Greg, getting married.
Who?
Millie Bobby Brown.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
The Drake.
Yep.
Yo, why are people doing that? See,
I don't know who she getting married. She's getting married, from my understanding.
See.
What we got next?
So as we on the topics of movies,
we was talking on the writer's strike. That's
we can talk about Superman Legacy, which I don't give a damn about, but I'll probably watch it.
Nah, because there's some interesting news that came out about it.
He get killed by Batman?
Go ahead.
No, apparently, I guess since the writer's strike leaked, since it ended, some of what's getting ready to get revealed got leaked.
Okay.
Apparently, the villain of the movie is going to be Brainiac.
Kind of.
And
they've been trying to write Brainiac for.
for years.
3 generations now.
And I guess they're going to do it. Apparently, it's Brainiac. Let's see. Apparently, Kurt Russell. It hasn't been like officially announced, but it looked like he's going to be playing Jor-El in some flashback scenes.
Okay.
And apparently, I guess the costume is up in the air. They said they are literally torn between either he's going to have the red trunks or it is. They said they've made like several different prototypes, but they're not really sure which one they're going to use for the live action screen. I was hearing one rumor.
What's the choices? I thought
the one that I
it's
did
really
hear,
just the red trunks, right?
because I was like, he got the red, blue, and then he got the black.
What did Henry Cavill ain't handle trunks?
no, he ain't had the trunks.
Oh, so he'll give him the outside underwear.
Okay. You gotta put. He ain't got no pockets, so you gotta put him in.
But you know, always
you gotta tuck him in. You gotta tuck him in the underwear without no pockets.
The thing that always like confused me with Superman though, is he was getting dressed and he had to stuff his cape in his business suit and everything.
The craziest part though, they said what happened when Flash was around and he had to go dress. Did Flash see him undress and dress up?
It probably did.
It was a meme made about that.
Mm-hmm.
But
it looked like it's the guy that's his replacement, and dude got jacked on that.
I'm not worried about the physique of him. I think the dude's like 6'4" or some shit anyway.
He's a big dude.
I'm not worried about the physique. I think the real problem or my real concern about Superman is
Acting.
not even the acting. Honestly,
the
it's
story
just
arc.
yeah,
The blandness.
yeah.
He corny as shit.
how do we make a compelling Superman story that make us want to believe in this new world going forward? And I believe in Zach Gunn. I mean, says Zach. Goddamn.
No,
James Gunn.
Nah, you believe in Zack Snyder. You was going. You know, you was going around.
James Gunn. I believe in James Gunn.
Yeah, you was right the first
time. But I just if this Superman don't hit, and that's why I was like, don't start with Superman. Don't start with Superman because that's gonna make or break it to me.
Yep.
If Superman don't hit, then the rest of the movie is gonna be ass. Mm-hmm. In my head, if the Superman movie not good, I'm gonna wait till the rest of that shit come out on HBO Max.
It's a lot of people that's basically saying the same thing. So this one has to be it.
Just damn it, just don't. Why start with this dude again? Just goddamn. Just
wasting your time having hope in that shit.
I'm going to give it a benefit of the doubt just because of James Gunn. I mean, he went out with a bang with Guardians, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt on it.
Where was that at? Who company was that for?
I was Marvel.
Oh, okay. He was being directed, right? He had to answer people, right?
Nah, this was his story.
But he still had a boss, right?
Sure. We'll go with that.
Yeah. Like I said, I seen something and it made sense. They said, y'all talk all that shit about Zack Snyder thing. They said ever since James Gunn been there, he hasn't done nothing to make people stop talking about
it. I'm one of the people that I'm just going to give Gunn. I'm just going to give him a benefit of the doubt because he did walk into a mess.
Zack Snyder the GOAT.
I mean, Snyder, that's a whole other issue. I mean, what he's been canceling, it's questionable. I will say that. But he did walk into a mess. I mean, before.
Then he said, we starting over, but we bringing back
Rebel Moon,
Peacemaker, the Black Joint, Viola Davis.
He picked what he liked. I mean, honestly, that's what it's looking like. But
yeah,
we'll see what happens. I mean, if I'm with Tavon, if it bombs, then we gonna have.
Bro, y'all better hope it don't bomb because I'm gonna be on here laughing.
I don't want it to bomb. The thing is, I don't want it to bomb. I don't want it to fail. I really want to see a good film out of it. But at the same time, I don't want any comic book movie to fail.
This is going to lead into another topic I think we're about to discuss. But I feel like this little window that DC has within the next, I would say, maybe 2 years, if it doesn't hit, I think it's gonna be done forever. I don't want to say done forever, but it's basically you need to go wrap it up.
Yeah, it'll be done.
You just need to go ahead and wrap it up. And I'm saying that because once Fantastic Four, and I don't really care about Fantastic Four, but once really X-Men gets folded into Marvel, I don't see if DC don't have any momentum how they're gonna gain it at that point.
Yeah.
I'm gonna watch this first for the rest of my life.
That X-Men thing is kind of like great lead into what we're going to get in next.
So yeah,
they've been holding the L since like October. Okay, Black Adam's the best super L. Flash, the best superhero movie ever made. L. Come on, man.
Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle made what I still
that.
About over $100 million.
It was not a bad.
It wasn't a bad movie. It didn't do nothing different though.
No.
It wasn't a bad movie, and I really do hope they keep him.
They said it. They announced
he was keeping him.
I don't think you're gonna get much better than him.
Cause Cobra Kai about to be done too, right?
Yeah.
He was good in it though.
Yeah,
don't
it's
get
just
me wrong.
the movie itself didn't do anything different than what we already seen.
It was a typical
a dozen times already. So,
but since y'all start mentioning X-Men,
Go ahead, X-Men.
well, apparently Marvel is taking pitches now for for X-Men related properties right now, and they didn't say that they're going to have a filming date, but they want to start having a writers room assembled with them by 2024.
Brian, if you listening,
this is you. But I have a big beef with this. I won't say a beef, but this is something that this question is going to come up a lot because if they're going to do the X-Men, they haven't really established a world because the X-Men was basically based on prejudice and what's right and what's wrong.
Right.
And Marvel hasn't established that. I mean, credit, they didn't have the rights for it. Mm-hmm. But just the world that Marvel has right now, they haven't really set up a hatred.
Not yet,
but if they do it.
Let's think about
these movies coming up. We never know.
So let's think about.
But that's something that they're going to have to address right away.
I hear you. But let's think about some of the things we know coming out, right? So we got Secret Wars coming out. Mm-hmm. We got like multiversal shit happening. I don't know how they plan on introducing X-Men into the fold, or Fantastic Four for that matter, but I know Fantastic Four and some of that Secret Wars multiversal shit is happening around the same time. Mm-hmm. So if it is a thing where worlds collide and that's how we get to this new universe or whatever the case may be, we can still play off that backstory of where they came from was like this or like that or whatever the case may be. Mm-hmm. But let's just say, who do we know actively or alive their real identity in that universe, right?
Yeah, that's true.
We knew Iron Man, he did. Mm-hmm. We knew Captain Rogers, he did, or whatever he is. I don't know what he is.
Whatever. Black ass.
And maybe Falcon, but who else? Who else do we really know their secret identity to, right?
No. Not nobody. But that's just my whole thing. I mean, they have to set that world up like right away.
So I think some events in future movies, say, what's the group of bad villains?
The Brotherhood.
Brother.
No. Thunderbolts.
Oh yeah.
Who's to say Thunderbolts doesn't start something where, I know we already had the Registration Act in Civil War, but what's stopping a movie from saying a superhero powered being, a superpowered being did something and now we just hate all, yada yada yada. So I get what you're saying, and it definitely, I would want that aspect of it.
That's
in the movies.
That's classic X-Men, really.
Right? That is what we get from X-Men. Is the hate from the public toward us, and that's their MO. I get it. I definitely do want that. I get you, and I'm not saying it will happen, but I would hope it did.
And I think, another thing with X-Men, they can get at least about a good 15 years of arc on that.
I don't,
because they got so many things that they can tackle on.
I do think the inclusion of Fantastic Four and associated characters and X-Men associated characters will give them another 10 years worth of content. Mm-hmm. I think that all happened at a timely matter to give them that extra boost that they needed, because I think the characters they had were going to start getting stale. So that's what I'm saying. If DC ain't did one good thing in these next 2 years, how are they going to compete with the next 10 years of what they're going to put out on the Marvel side? That's the argument. That's why I'm like, they have to make sure
That this is the right one.
And I'm sad to say it, but it has to be Superman. It has be, and the only reason why I see Corey.
I mean, he is telling the truth though. that has to be the one that has to set it off.
No, it didn't have to be, but since they made it the one, now it has to be it. I wouldn't have done that.
Should have did something that's gonna catch people out.
Yes, I would have did something different.
I wish they would.
That didn't have the high expectations that a Superman movie's gonna have now.
They should have did a Young Justice,
and they should have hit it out the park with somebody else. But now that it's Superman, all eyes is gonna be on that movie. They better make sure that guy is healthy, and
that story
he gonna be good for the next 2 whatever the case may be, and he gonna be on cameos for every.
Because apparently he signed for that and
the rest of his life
for foreseeable future.
For movies he ain't gonna be in. Brandon Routh Jr.
Who knows? I mean, that's the deal. I mean, he's him for the next.
All I'm saying. So my real concern, and this is why I always said they can't start out with Superman again.
No, and especially after
he should have been.
Yes,
they should have treated him as the Omega option, really. For like, if this is something, this is why when me and you talked off there, they could have just built it off the Young Justice
again. But look at Marvel, right? So let's go back to the beginning of the MCU.
Who started it?
I see Iron Man, but Iron Man was not the Superman of Marvel. Iron Man to me was damn near sea-level tier in comic books and in pop culture. Nobody cared about Iron Man before Robert Downey Jr. picked up that role.
Nope.
You couldn't tell me an Iron Man arc before that.
Unless you were
into the comic books, but who was really picking up Iron Man comics? Like the majority of people I'm talking was.
Yeah.
I'm sure there are Iron Man fans who read Iron Man comics.
We're talking about the general,
but the general public of people who cried at the end of Endgame did not read an Iron Man comic book.
No.
So, with that being said, they didn't build their world with Wolverine. They didn't build their world with Spider-Man. The main people that they thought you would build with, they didn't have rights to. So what did they do? Yeah. They built a world with the next level characters that they did have and made it more compelling than anything that DC was able to put out since then.
And that's
who did have access to their full roster of heroes.
And that was literally took words out of my said, because DC doesn't have restraints. They can use whoever, whenever. They
don't have patience.
Yes,
patience, and they don't have the right.
They
people.
Want to hit a home run out the. You got to get the bases loaded first.
They cram too much in too many films.
And Marvel just really nervous, man.
They want to go up there with Marvel. You should worry about yourself.
They should have slowed down from the get go.
And you know what, DC? What I would have started with? You could start with Green Lantern.
You could. You can start with any. You can start with any of them.
And it'll make sense.
Outside of maybe Martian Manhunter, because I think you need some type of context with that. And Green Lantern could have provided you that context, right?
Lantern would have been the best option. They could have really
not the original Green Lantern movie, but yeah.
And Green Lantern would have been a great option to start out with. You can pick from a number of characters, and not to. I know not on the same boat about Black Adam, but the characters introduced in Black Adam I thought were great.
Mm-hmm.
Not household names.
Yeah, they were good enough to sustain
but they were
story.
Good to be in that movie, and they were good where I want to see them again.
I really wanted to see Aldous play Hawkman again.
Yeah,
I mean, he was
good enough for me to want to see those characters again.
But
so that showed to me that proved to me, like, yeah, we don't need to go with the main 5 people all the time, especially Superman. Superman, we got enough of it. We had however many movies now. Superman really only got 2 or 3 villains. Yeah. So goddamn it, how many movies we got to do?
I mean, my thing was he should have been like the Omega option for something bigger that they really, really needed help with.
I just don't like.
That's where I'm at with it. But if since they're going to have to, they're starting off with him, and I guess they're already saying that he's already established they're gonna have to knock this out of the park right away.
We'll see. We'll see.
But like you said, I mean, it's gonna be some eyes on it. I mean,
remember this day real quick.
no, I mean,
So I can't wait.
It's real. I mean, I'm hoping. Like I said, I don't want to see a comic movie bomb, but they got the general public is pretty much letting you know, like, hey, DC, y'all.
They don't give a fuck.
They don't give a damn.
When they Henry Cavill, you should never promise that shit.
It was
Bombs over Warner Brothers.
So that's over.
They just dropped the ball on a lot of shit.
They have. I mean,
like, even if
They
you
should have took a break, like I said before.
Honestly,
like a year or two off.
They should have. I would say this. They could have just. I'll say this. Some Marvel movies weren't good, but they still stuck to their plan.
Because could you
some of the stuff Snyder did put out there, or what was going to be in this League movie, I did question. I'm not even going to front, but they could have stuck to the plan and
Just let it shit
let it play out.
Yeah. What are you going to say?
But
could you imagine like a Lander movie? And you know how he's the space police, pretty much. Tap on your car, talking about sit tight, buddy. He's like the space police, and you even
beating brothers up with golden knives.
Even you don't even have to make it obvious. Like, you could have had him dealing with something on another planet, and then you have somebody come up to him, it's like, yeah, we got some disturbances on Earth. Like,
somebody over there got black forces.
No,
to combat the Green Ring, we got black forces.
Like you just mentioned in passing. Doesn't even have to be a main plot. You know, he's wherever their space office or department or wherever they eat their donuts at. Mm-hmm. He comes in. Somebody's like, "Yeah, we got a couple disturbances on Earth." He's like, "Oh, what's going on?" You know, you just mentioned it's like, have something going on maybe down in Metropolis. Or mention like in some Gotham City in passing. Mm-hmm. Don't even make it a big deal. It's just something you say in passing, and then he moves on to whatever space shit that he's dealing with on Saturn, Earth 3 or whatever.
Right.
And he deals with that. But us as people watching the movie, like, oh shit, he just said Gotham City. Oh shit, he just said Metropolis, and it plants a seed for you to in the back of your mind somewhere like, are we gonna get sometime soon without it having to be in your face? But I don't know.
Stop trying to save him, Jason. It ain't gonna work.
DC, all you need to do is hire Zack Snyder back.
I don't think Zack Snyder can save it.
I think he's busy.
I think it's a wrap for that.
So I'll make my movies.
You know, that's good for him because now he gets
Rebel Moon.
Yeah, he gets some work on make some original content now. So
what were we talking about? Who don't work for Warner Brothers no more, or he do movies for Warner Brothers? Were we talking about
James Gunn?
No.
He worked for Universal. He about to talk about billionaire director.
What's my
Christopher
name?
Nolan.
Christopher Nolan.
Yeah, he worked for Universal.
He worked for Universal now. What he got coming out? Don't he got something coming out?
Yeah,
he got
something else. They were talking about he wanted to do James Bond.
That's what I read. Yes.
And they saying that he's trying to get Cavill to do it. He wants to.
But they didn't pick Cavill.
They didn't pick Cavill. They went Aaron Taylor Johnson.
But
and I fucks with Aaron Taylor Johnson. Yeah. But I think I like it.
No, I don't know.
I think I like it.
I think he's been wanting. They saying he's been wanting to do it.
I like that.
No.
Yeah.
I like to see him do it, man.
Yeah,
I think he can. I think Nolan would pull it off and would make a better Bond film.
I'm a big James Bond fan.
They just don't want to use Idris Elba.
They not. But I won't be surprised if each Elba makes an appearance.
Now he wants to be a villain in a Bond film.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I wouldn't be surprised if he makes an appearance.
We done being the villain, Idris. All right, we done being the villain.
What I would like to see them pick up the black chick from the last one and do a movie with her.
Yeah, she was good
because she's technically 007 now.
Mm-hmm. That last one was actually pretty good though.
Yeah,
I ain't seen a Bond movie since Skyfall.
Oh, you didn't watch it? It's a black chick in the last one, and she alright.
I don't watch Bond.
Okay.
Just Skyfall. That's the only one.
All right. I'm a big James Bond fan, I could fuck with
Goldeneye is my favorite one.
Why can't I keep forgetting his name? What's the director? Christopher Nolan.
No one would do a good one. Though.
I think I like that.
He would do it, and that's a brain tweezer. That's right.
What I did hear though is they're gonna try to set it in the original time periods that the books were written.
Yeah, like the '60s or something like that.
Brain tweezer.
Yeah.
No,
What?
it just make me
Did
think
that
of
already.
movies and shit.
Nah, they never did that.
I mean, technically,
Sean Connery was
technically with
like,
the old ones, they were doing it
Yeah.
in the in about that time frame. So
because apparently they said that they were having a problem doing it in current time and they said, well, let's just go back to the 60s or whatever it was. Maybe they can just they want to try something different with it.
back of the bus, nigga.
Yeah, so I would
That's why Idris can't beat it.
he definitely ain't no super spy, man. He fight for his life.
It's the Ziggy eating the crumpet. You can't drink from that water fountain. What are you doing? The only thing I used to watch James Bond, I used to tear up some James Bond Jr. the cartoon. That was my shit.
Yeah, that was
James Bond Jr.
Never knew it was a cartoon.
Yeah.
they had a catchy ass theme
Way
song.
before my time.
The action figures. I watched it because my parents threw it on. It was on
He was like
syndication.
Yo, that's the song was like da.
Yo,
He was cool as shit though.
the action figures were lit.
He was cooler than his uncle though.
James
man.
Bond Jr. was the shit.
You know what else I would like to see man, as a cart? I'm dying to see a SWAT Cats movie.
I heard they might be working on one.
Really?
I don't know if it's
SWAT
a fan
Cats or Wildcats?
I don't know
SWAT
if SWAT
Cats.
Cats. I don't know if it's
I would
a
like to
fan
see
made
that
poster
too.
or what.
SWAT Cats would be awesome. Yo, I could see Sam Jackson playing Lieutenant Farrell though.
I can see an animated one being done.
SWAT
We used to mess me up with SWAT Cats. I barely would get to watch it because we had to go to church when it came on. Shout outs to my parents. So,
they got some villains on there that would be good to see on screen though, man.
Yeah, but I think that's fan made. But
Oh, really?
It's been floating around.
Oh, wow.
Let me see.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Yeah, it might be
SWAT
fan-made.
Cats.
I feel like it's
dope.
fan made. It's been out for a couple weeks now. It's a lot of
They could.
properties.
That's one thing. If they were to do that, they could touch on a lot of
But
different
you know
things,
what?
though, man.
If they-
SWAT Cats ain't got because not a lot of people remember individual episodes on SWAT Cats. They remember the two cats, and I'm going based off my
And the
memory.
theme song.
The theme song,
The theme song was hard.
but I couldn't tell you anything
I
about
couldn't tell you.
what happened, the villains, or none of that
I
shit.
can tell you
anymore.
more about Conan. What was it? Conan the Conqueror, the one with Sekhmet and all them. You used to watch Conan?
Hell no.
The best friend Zulu. Zulu.
I remember Mighty Max.
See, never mind.
You remember Mighty Max?
Yes,
Anyway.
yes, I like Mighty Max.
They had
Mighty
that
Max.
big. They had that big gladiator nigga in there.
Yeah.
I remember.
They had
I
that.
couldn't
Yo,
get
they
that.
was on that. The last
he had a
episode.
big M on the shirt.
I
for
thought
him.
Macaulay
Max.
Culkin was gonna be him when I was a little
Yo,
kid.
that last episode of it was like dark.
You still remember that episode?
Oh hell yeah!
Nigga, I don't remember.
Oh, I do. I just, you know what? No,
I just remember he turned that hat to the back and somehow that little hair came through the.
because they got the episodes on YouTube now. So
Okay,
so
that's how you knew you.
Yeah, well, the pandemic when we was in the house, I did catch up on a lot of shit. I just watched that finale not too long ago, and that shit was heavy.
I mean, can we be real about Mighty Max though?
What?
What's that?
Because y'all remember the toys, right?
Kinda.
Came from the toys.
Yeah, it was those Galoo little.
It was
little
nothing
things.
but Polly Pocket for boys. That's all that shit was.
Oh yeah, I do
Mighty
remember
Max.
that. Yeah,
Mighty Max was
yeah,
Polly
yeah.
Pocket for boys. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Well,
That shit
I
was
like-
trash.
they made their money.
yeah, it did. But that last episode was dark as shit, though.
Micro
I mean, it was.
machines.
I gotta go Wikipedia or
I had
some
to.
shit.
I sent it to y'all. I think I got it still, man. It
I'm
was.
cool. I ain't gonna watch it.
It was good though, man. I ain't gonna bullshit.
I might give it away. I didn't get into it because I didn't like the toys. I was like, it's like Polly Pocket for boys.
Yeah, now that you said that, I kind of remember.
Yeah.
Shit.
But if
Polly
anything, if any property needs to be made animated to movie, come on. If you ain't starting with Thundercats, I'm not fucking with
They have been trying to get that off
I
the
know.
ground for years.
it. Or at least reboot He-Man. Give me something.
Well,
Give me
He-Man,
something.
they had a schedule.
It's hard, like live action Thundercat. I don't know.
With today's technology, you could do it.
You
But
would,
would
do
you,
it.
like
would you want to
nowadays,
see it?
I would.
I wouldn't.
I don't know. I could see it. I could see a Netflix series. I could see like an animated series.
You remember when they were making them
With good graphics.
I said if these people are making decent fan made trailers. Y'all got.
I just don't know if people like. I think more people would care to see Voltron in live action before they
They
watch
do
that.
that too. Do it all.
I thought.
Voltron,
I know everybody
man.
thought Cloverfield was Voltron at that one point, man.
But if it's Voltron, I want the animals instead of the cars.
Yeah,
You gotta give me the animals.
I don't. Either way, it's fine with me.
Oh, don't tell me.
Well, you have to do the animal because Transformers kind of got the car market.
Yeah. Well, now they got Beast Wars. They got the
Yeah,
animal
but nobody really.
Yeah,
It's more known for the cars.
Yeah.
Um,
It's a lot of properties that since they're redoing stuff, there's a lot of properties that are old that have never been done.
yeah.
I would like to see them. Now I'm going to show my age. The Herculoids would be a good one.
Never heard of
it. Remember that?
That's-
Cool.
That was in black and white.
What was it?
No, it's the old Hanna-Barbera joint, man.
Herculoid?
Herculoids, you never heard of it?
Nah.
Maybe if you show me a picture, I might remember it.
Oh, shit, hold on.
Yeah.
And Herculoids would be a good one, I think. Let's see.
I mean, it was a lot of
What?
miscellaneous, ambiguous cartoons.
You know what? We'll after he shows us the Hercules thing, but we should do that one episode. See what we reminisce on
Yeah.
childhood
Yeah.
things that we watch.
All right, let's see.
But
Herculoids.
what were we on the?
Oh,
What
shit,
were we
you
talking
gotta
about
pull
before
up.
this? What were we talking about? X-Men? What were we talking about?
It's
before we
It
got-
started
X-Men.
X-Men, but it just like panned
We're talking
over.
about DC.
Okay, yeah.
We're talking about Zack Snyder. We're talking about Rebel Moon.
What we got next?
Man, we still on movies. We done with movies. Strike.
Yeah,
I think
Nothing new? Anything new?
I mean, Saw
Oh, you know
came
what?
out.
Side note, I went and seen Bottoms the other day.
I never heard of it.
I recently heard about it like the last couple weeks. It's like
here we go.
it's
A teenager rated R movie.
Oh, I vaguely remember that. I vaguely remember. I thought
don't.
that was the
I don't remember
Barbarian. I thought he was related to the one Barbarian dude.
Thundar.
Thundar. That's not. Oh,
Well, it's under the umbrella that
I vaguely
they
remember
made
that.
it, though. But yeah, Herculoids.
It's like one of them raunchy,
Yeah,
like in the vein
teenage
of Seth Rogen.
R-rated movie.
And it's funny because all of them playing teenagers are like grown ass adults.
Yeah.
Like one of the lead girls, she's like
You
28.
kind of got to be to do some of the.
Off subject.
No, but
Raunchiness.
not. You ever seen Good Boys?
I did. They were cursing. They
that
weren't
was
doing.
funny.
They weren't doing
That
like
was
crazy.
funny
They weren't
as hell,
doing.
man.
They weren't doing
Good
like
Boys.
crazy, but they were like cursing a lot and,
Yeah, Good Boys was funny.
and funny moments.
Good
But they
Boys was
wasn't
funny
like
shit.
seeing titties and shit.
Because I get into like I like the raunchy R comedy. It
Yeah.
just depends on what it is. But I'm like that Pineapple Express, Super
Yeah.
Bad, Step Brothers, Lane. But Bottoms was pretty decent though. I just wanted to catch it just to catch it. I was
Okay.
gonna go out there and watch
What's
it.
the name was good too.
Saw
Yeah, Saw X.
Saw 10, right? That's the 10th one.
I don't know if it's X10, but
10.
it was. I will say this: my expectations for it was real low. It was real low. I just went to go see it just for GP. Me and Brian went to go see it just for GP.
Mm-hmm.
And
So question, non-spoiler,
what's up?
non-spoiler. Do you think it's the end of the franchise or not?
I think what they did was a soft reboot. This one should have been the sequel to the first film,
Okay.
or this could have been like a prequel. Like I said, it looked like it's a soft reboot,
Okay.
and I don't really want to give away like how the story went, but that it looked like that's the realm that they're going with it. So.
Yeah.
So we gonna get more fucking Saw movies. Like,
Probably. More than likely. We're going to get another Meg.
Sometimes.
And I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna hold y'all. Did you remember that part where he did the tag team move with the shark?
Which one? Because he did plenty of them.
I don't want to ruin, but he did a move. They was on the pier. He said, "Ta-da!" And then
He did a Seth Rollins curve song.
I'm like, all right.
You watched
It
it?
was no. I had it on the TV because I was like, oh shit, Meg 2 is already on HBO. And that's when it came on, and then he was doing that shit. And they got some other shit that ain't even sharks in the movie. They got some like mutation shits running around. I was like, yeah, this I can't believe this shit. I can't believe this shit.
I wish we would have went.
Sold that many tickets.
Yeah, it sold that many tickets. Man. Jason Statham is bringing them in. Speaking of Statham, Expendables 4. Horrible.
2 thumbs down.
Oh man, it
It's that fourth.
Okay.
man, you poor man, it's done.
Okay.
The CGI in it was
Yeah, it was bad.
It was
Yeah.
It looked like something that you find.
I didn't have high hopes for it.
No, it was bad, man.
What's the other movie? The Creator. We didn't get to see that.
Nah,
I'm gonna try to check it out. I know we didn't get to see it, but I didn't hear really bad reviews. I heard it was pretty decent. I heard decent reviews. So, I'm trying to remember what else is coming out. All I really remember is the Marvels and something else.
Exorcist is going to come out.
Exorcist is coming out, but it was something else after Marvels. Yeah. But
that looks good though.
Yeah, I got to catch up on the Halloween movies. Didn't they have something in the Conjuring universe come out?
The Nun 2.
The Nun 2, okay.
Yeah,
and then it was another one, some other scary movie that came out I didn't watch either. There's 3 scary movies supposed to be out.
It's,
Exorcist, and then there's a third one.
The other one's like a sentence. It's a sentence.
Yeah, and I'm going to try to, we'll see. I ain't making no promises. They'll probably be on HBO Max and not too long anyway.
You know what, I think, because Barbie's out of the top 5.
Oh yeah, Brian sent the number.
Yeah, it's
number 10.
Who?
Barbie came down to number 10.
Oh, about time. God damn.
What was the whole rundown?
Ooh, Paw Patrol's number 1.
I ain't surprised. That's a kid movie.
Saw 10 number 2. The Creator number 3.
Oh, Saw might be the third movie. I'm thinking about that.
No, there's one coming out. It's like a sentence, so but
okay.
I'll look it up when we get off there. The Nun 2 number 4, The Blind number 5, A Haunting in Venice number 6, which I do want to see that. Dumb Money number 7. I'm on the fence about seeing that. The Equalizer 3 number 8, Expendables 4 number 9, and Barbie number 10. That's just wild that Barbie came out in July.
Yeah,
and it ran all the way.
And you still seeing it, and you still going to see it.
I'm still going to go see it.
What
I went and seen it at IMAX last week. I seen it at IMAX.
Anyway,
I'm mad because I left when it was over, and I heard there's an IMAX post-credit scene.
And I heard it was extra scene, not even post-credit. There was another song in the IMAX version that wasn't in the regular version.
Got it memorized already.
But speaking of some other things to watch, I saw a trailer today. I gotta rewatch it, but I don't know if you guys watch True Detective on HBO. They got a new season coming out on that.
They do?
Yeah.
Finally?
Yeah, Jodie Foster.
Oh, she's in it?
Yeah.
Oh wow, that should be good.
Yeah. I like True Detective. That's my shit. Netflix had some things. I know they had One Piece come out a couple weeks ago. The Top Boy. Drake produced series about British drug gang and all that.
He did.
Came out last week. That I'm been up on that. Yeah, I think it's a good series.
Oh, right.
It's the final. It was the final season.
Oh, okay.
But I think it's a good series. I might like it.
What's that new Castlevania coming to?
New Castlevania coming. Some
Devil
anime shows
Devil May Cry
are out.
That should be
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Was Devil May Cry? Yeah, not Castlevania. Devil May Cry.
Devil May Cry.
That's gonna be a good movie too.
Yeah, I can see that. I can see that for sure. And then we got the finale. The finale. Next month of Attack on Titan. I know you're not the anime like I am, but Attack on Titan. I've been going strong with Attack on Titan for about 10 years. Goddammit.
We just watched different anime.
And Loki coming back Disney Plus this week.
Yeah.
This week,
next Wednesday, I believe.
This Wednesday, I think. One day this week is coming back. So
Ahsoka been alright though.
Yeah, I heard it was good. Especially if you watch the animated
the Clone Wars.
Yeah. All right. Anything else on movies? We wanna go ahead and transition and wrap. What we got? We got wrestling. Yeah, let's take us out with wrestling now. Because we had a couple things happen in the last 2 weeks in wrestling.
Well, talk about the big news.
Big news.
Or you want to go somewhere else?
Let's go back with last week. Just as kind of context builder with the releases WWE made.
But you're going to talk about Plumber Moxley.
No. So WWE, after being brought in with Endeavor, made a series of releases from their roster. I think most notably, who would you say? Blonde hair?
Dolph. That was the one I was surprised though.
Young Dolph?
Ziggles.
Y'all ain't like Dolph Ziggler?
I did.
I don't know. I for a short time started to like Ziggles when he was before years and years ago when he was talking about getting out of them not using him and him just when he was doing his comedy tour and he was like I might just leave, go do comedy or go do something else, and he kind of showed that he had some balls.
Okay.
And then when he came back and then pretty much brown nosed it with corporate and then took the shot at Punk, I was like okay, you're just a company guy, we get it. I mean, we get it. We get what you do, Dolph. You've been there over 20 years.
Yeah, I think
it's a good gig for you.
When it's all said and done, I can't remember the number of matches he's had, but he had a ridiculous amount of matches with WWE, like 1,300 and some change, maybe. Or
it was a lot.
Yeah. I would say he's a Hall of Famer with them.
Yep.
I can see him going AEW too. So. I think he'll be all right.
His brother over there.
Another release being,
and they allowed to be on Collision now. So
yeah, Matt Riddle.
Yeah,
that ain't surprising.
Well, I saw that one coming.
And apparently he ain't got good graces with Dana White already.
He ain't got good graces with a lot of people right now.
Yeah, he keeps doing dumb shit,
and he's bringing it on himself. So.
I like Riddle.
Off the camera.
He was at first. I wasn't into Riddle.
I just thought he was weird. I never got into it.
I started liking him, then shit started happening.
Yeah,
he brought a lot of shit on himself. So.
A bunch of NXT people got released. Who else? Shelton Benjamin. Rock's daughter got released.
Didn't she?
No, she did.
Oh, is she moving up?
She's still there.
Yeah, but there's talk about her moving up. But no, she didn't get released.
Her and saying goodbye to NXT.
We don't know yet.
Oh, that's how I took it, that she got released.
No, she didn't. No, Rock wouldn't have showed up if she got released.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah, because she had the whole tweet up saying goodbye to NXT.
Yeah, because she might get moved up, maybe. We'll see.
Oh, it's just bloodline about to be long as shit.
Yeah.
I'm kind of over it.
Because they had a pay-per-view yesterday. I don't know what happened in the pay-per-view yet, so I can't tell you exactly. But a bunch of NXT people got released. So we fast forward to this week. What was that? Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, Monday.
What's the name got released too though?
Who's that?
And they just started doing creative for
Mustafa Ali.
Oh, Mustafa Ali, who had a match.
Yeah,
that weekend. For the title, and got released. And that was a little awkward.
I liked him.
Yeah, not bad. He just started. He was a good.
He started finding his range.
Yeah,
and I
in the last year,
I like
feel
this recent thing he was starting to do, like that kind of heelish. Oh man, I'm here to help you, and then not really.
But I think they'll be able to find work. At least those four that we mentioned. The rest of them I can't tell you much about, especially the NXT guys. But if Shelton Benjamin wants to come and do wrestling, I'm sure Impact will sign him. I'm sure AEW sign him. I'm sure whoever else will sign him.
A lot of them ain't gonna have no.
I can see Riddle coming over. I can see Ziggler coming over. I can see Mustafa Ali going to wherever he want to go outside of WWE as well. So,
but the big news was Jade Cargill.
Cargill.
Oh, I'm sorry. Cargill.
I forgot. I got her AEW action figure. I forgot to bring it down.
That's a massive signing.
Yeah. So Jade Cargill gets signed to WWE, which we speculated before after her contract was coming to an end. We talked about it maybe on the last episode, but
it's official now.
I have not seen this amount of publicity for somebody who hadn't wrestled in WWE.
Not in a while.
Prior to them actually wrestling. So we got Cody going back to WWE, but they didn't say nothing that Cody was there. They didn't.
They announced this.
They didn't. They waited to the pay-per-view.
It was a surprise.
I get it. Part of this slightly feels like they wanted to
throw it in there,
smack AEW in the face. Like, look what we got.
And look how we can promote her.
But also, I think it's
a sign.
Let's make sure people get to know who she is first before we put her out there, because she was on AEW, not on our product. So, yes, she has an AEW following, but she may not have the mainstream WWE following that we got. And they want to build her up as the next big thing. Yeah, I get it. But I have not seen promotion like this for somebody before by them.
No.
On that day it got signed, it was like 10 posts all about Jade Cargill that tallied up into like 17 million whatever
He got a lot of hits and likes.
And
on the side note, though, you got to keep in mind we're seeing the very beginning of them being with.
You're right.
With another company.
You're right.
You know, it was
You're right.
So it might not have been so much as Triple H, Vince, or whoever on this side's idea as it was Endeavor saying, "Hey, let's push her out." You know, we gotta. So I think it's cool though. Like,
I'm glad she's getting promoted like this
because I feel like AEW could have did better promoting.
They totally shit on her.
Y'all didn't let her touch Britt Baker.
Well, that was our concern. That was what we talked about before. Where at what point was she going to be hindered by AEW or be able to flourish? And it had to come down to her being able to fight those other four, really.
Yeah, they wouldn't want to do it.
They never got to let her compete against.
If you look at
now, I don't know if it's we just didn't want to, make a top clear choice yet because we have all these women who can be our top face. But
they put her in there.
At least crossed them over at some
point. They put her in there with one girl that could wrestle, and that was her best match there. And then and she lost. So that to me was like they totally wasted her. I mean, the girl it looks literally like a comic book character herself.
Yeah. And I'm glad they're getting her in the training facility, making sure she, product ready. But I think if she gets up to speed with her looks and just a wrestling ability associated with it, I don't know how big she can get. But her looks, I feel, are. You can't. Bianca is a exemplary physique, but something about Jade being as tall as she is, dark skinned as she is, defined as she is, with the contrasting storm hair, it's something about it. Just is like God. You can't not look at her when you see her walk out.
She is literally built like a comic character.
Yeah, the abs, everything is just like God damn.
But she has the charisma also.
Yeah,
she can talk.
She got a mouth.
I hope they let her say cut the shit. I want them to let her say cut the shit though.
or that bitch.
Cut the shit, Tony.
The multiverse.
But yes, Jade Cargill.
Yeah, she's
WWE.
I'm excited to see what she does. I
mean, I feel like
is she going to start NXT?
I don't know, but
I don't think she's going to NXT.
If you really look, every match for her is going to be like a fresh feud. Nothing. It's a fresh face on there, and it's something that they really needed right now.
Well, I will say WWE has a better women's division to me than AEW.
By far.
When I'm looking at the names and I'm saying names of women wrestlers in WWE. I could probably get you 10 all good hitters, where I could probably say 4 maybe in AEW, but I could ring off Rhea, I could ring off Asuka, Io Sky, what's the other one? Bailey,
Charlotte,
Bianca.
Keep her away from
Charlotte,
Nia Jax though. Keep her away from Nia Jax.
Tiff Stratton in NXT, I can ring off the thick chick that's coming back
on the key line.
Oh man, I can't wait to her come back and versus Jade.
Yeah,
please let that match happen.
I feel like I think she's going to bypass NXT.
Who? Jade. You think she'll come straight to WWE? Yeah,
I mean,
probably
they're going to get her trained up and then put her up there.
So we got Jade. What was the last we talked about CM Punk?
When he got let go.
Did we say about him talking about 2 months?
He may be coming back. Who knows?
He mentioned I'm free only for 2 months.
Yeah, he's got 2 months off.
Yeah.
And he was saying that in his when he does the commentating for
and so that would put him at
for the MMA thing.
A pay-per-view, and I think me and Cap talked. You remember what pay-per-view that'd be? Cap? Survivor Series
in Chicago.
Yeah.
In Chicago. So we may have not only Jade Cargill leaving AEW to come to WWE, we may potentially have a CM Punk coming to WWE. Sorry.
Crazy part. Do you see what Shawn Michaels said?
That he would have him on NXT.
He would like to have him on NXT. Yeah. Even though he's like, I figured he'd want to go.
Yeah, he gonna go straight to the product. Yeah. So yeah, possibly two big acquisitions back in WWE's favor, and we were talking about this last night. But that the month that happened from from that last pay per view till now, the last AEW pay per view till I'm gonna say last one because they just had All In. The Wembley. Yeah. Between Wembley and today,
like 3 pay per views that weekend.
Yeah,
that's too damn much.
Wembley and today, the tides I feel like have shifted so much to where I do hope for the best for AEW future because I think there needs to be a competing product, right? Mm-hmm. But God damn it, the momentum I got going into WrestleMania right now, I don't think nothing in AEW can touch it.
No. Yeah.
You might get a Rock appearance at WrestleMania. You might get a CM Punk appearance at WrestleMania. You might get a Jade Cargill appearance at WrestleMania.
Cena appearance.
Cena on top of the people that they already got in there.
So they great make MJF.
Possibly.
MJF 2024. And I'm like, God damn.
It's interesting.
I mean, we gonna go see AEW next month.
Yeah.
It's a liquor center.
Right? Hopefully my boy not hurt. Because Ray Phoenix keep getting hurt.
I hope they don't make me flip my CM Punk shirt inside out.
They gonna make you flip it.
That damn shirt what I'm wearing. I'm gonna have 2 CM Punk shirts. I'm like,
It's gonna be bare chest
FTR jackets.
Yeah, I gotta get me an FTR jacket, baby. That's the best thing I seen in a minute. The FTR jacket was fire.
But yeah, it's and then Moxley got hurt again. Yeah, he was alright, but that whole shit was weird. I watched the.
That was a weird guy.
The playback on that. They say
the ref
messed up.
Yeah, they said Moxley.
But he has a history apparently.
He was supposed to win, but then Mox was like, "Yo, shut it down."
But
then the ref fucked up because he was supposed to. They said you're supposed to keep the shoot count. You don't. Because then you expose it to everybody. When you stop, everybody's looking at you like, why'd you stop? Yeah. And it's like,
and then he did it again. I was like,
He dropped him on his head.
Twice.
Stevie, because AEW took down the Stevie Richards video, but somebody reposted it. They filmed it from
frame to frame.
They filmed it from their phone, but replayed it. And he does a pretty good breakdown now.
Yeah.
Like the stuff I'm watching. And he's not malicious with it. He's just like, different things from somebody that's done it before. Yeah. He's like different things, like what went wrong.
Some things is actually pretty insightful, though.
Yeah. And if anybody know about neck and head injuries, it'd be Stevie Richards.
Yeah, he broke his neck, didn't he? Yeah, neck surgery.
I know he's had neck surgery.
Mm. All right. Yeah. Anything else wrestling?
Nope. Good luck, Jade.
Yeah. I know AEW has a pay-per-view tonight, Wrestle Dream.
It already happened.
It's probably concluded now, so I can't tell you who won. I was really most just looking forward to Swerve Strickland's match. Yeah. I really hope for the best with Swerve Strickland. I do hope he becomes a champion there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. He deserves it.
His music hit, too.
Yeah. He does. And Prince Nine, I got the crowd on tilt with that.
Accusations.
He tried to do it the other day. Swerve was like...
Yeah, but I think Swerve does deserve to be champion there.
He's probably the best heel they got over there right now.
Even then, just being the first black one, don't give it to nobody else. It has to be him to be the first black champion.
Yep.
I want a Scorpio Sky at one point, but they jobbed his
ass. And they just had a dominant black woman there and they didn't get the title on her? Yeah. Don't have too much faith.
Accusations.
And then they had
they're all accusations.
False accusations.
They got Keith Lee over there looking like Carl Winslow and shit. Just give up. If you black, stay away.
Oh, man.
Horrible for him. He went from bad to worse, man.
What's the name? Came back from that long injury.
Who that?
Just get jobbed out. Scorpio Sky.
I haven't seen him in forever.
He came back for Andrade and lost. I was like, he ain't been on TV in how long?
Yeah, I haven't seen him.
I mean, they had him. He would show up.
He showed up.
He'd be up.
He's like, I'm
watching.
back. Yeah.
And he's just watching his back. His first match.
Then they wrote him on. Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, come on, bro.
Accusations.
Because I was there when Scorpio Sky won the TNT title.
Yeah, he won.
That place went crazy. And
didn't he hit somebody in the head with the belt afterwards? Didn't he hit somebody in the head with the belt after that?
What?
When Scorpio Sky won it.
When he won it?
Yeah. I thought he hit somebody in the head with it.
Nah, they did. That whole end was a whole big, long-ass celebration.
Oh, what?
Yeah, because that was a ladder match, him and Guevara.
No.
I mean, I've been watching. I still, try to keep up. I don't watch as religiously as I did, just because I got the people I watch for. That's how I am.
Yeah.
People I watch for, the people I watch for, and then
They ain't there no more.
Just Collision not feeling the same.
No.
Dynamite is what it is, and it's just like you could tell there's a difference.
Yeah.
You could tell there's a difference.
Well, I got to look up, but we'll see if Edge comes or Adam Copeland, whatever you call him. But I don't think that was enough to change
Adam
tides.
Cole's hurt again.
Adam Cole did break his foot or something.
I think
yeah.
what's his name had to defend the titles by himself.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't want to speak on what happened until I look it up. So I'll talk about it next week. But
accusations.
Yeah,
they're all false accusations.
We're at an hour 25, so let's go ahead and wrap it up. Episode 49.
49,
The Watchers Podcast.
Almost at the big 5-0.
Instagram, YouTube,
Snapchat.
Spotify.
Not Snapchat.
Apple Podcasts.
And not Pornhub. No.
I'm Tavon. Tri-State _2. On Instagram.
We are so going to Tubi.
Tubi.
Smitty Green Giant on Instagram.
I'm Corey J on Instagram.
And I am Tiger Helly 19, Snapchat's IGZ. Jason Williams, Facebook, follow the stripes, and we out.
Peace.
Accusations.
Next week 50.